Steve, where lies the value for you in a game such as that?
Look, it's still a hit out for us. We've rotated the squad round. I think a lot of the young boys have had some rugby, and I think we played some decent stuff. I know you can argue you're alluding to the opposition, but ultimately whatever they put out in front of us, we've got to deal with, and I think the boys dealt with that pretty well. Apart from probably the first 15-20 minutes of the game, I thought the last hour we were pretty spot on with what we did.
How tough is your selection going to be, Steve, for the Scarlets game?
Yeah, pretty tough, I think, which is great for us as coaches. There's dilemmas, and you look at it, there's a lot of senior guys out injured at the minute as well. We've rested a few, but we know as coaches it's going to be a pretty big selection headache for the Scarlets, but I think we can get too caught up with just being about the Scarlets. We've got Dragons a couple of days later, then we're into Connacht, so this isn't just about the Scarlets, this is about the squad, and this is about a season that is not only about the challenge, the Anglo-Welsh, we're in the Guinness as well, we're performing, and I think whoever's stepping into the jersey is really playing their part and making it difficult for us as coaches. But the only thing it does for us is hopefully when people do need a break or we need to freshen things up going into short turnarounds, we're able to do so with real confidence, and there's a real trust in the squad.
How did you assess that performance overall?
Yeah, I think we were pretty scratchy for the first 20 minutes. I think we fumbled a few balls, one or two issues in around we gave a couple of scrum penalties away. But I thought defensively we looked really solid. We didn't look as if we were going to get broken, and you could see even when we didn't have the ball, I thought we were tiring Grenoble out, and then when we did get that first score, I really felt we started to build into the game. But what was really pleasing for me was at half time it had been easy to once again take your foot off the accelerator, but I think the boys, and in particular the subs, when they come on, our level of intensity and skills didn't drop off. We kept going, which was pleasing.
Did you plan to use Sam at 15 before Keelan's injury?
Yeah, we probably would have played around it. I think Biggs is playing really well at the minute. It's something that Sam is adding something in training. It's great to see both of them in around the ball. There's good communication. He opens up two sides of attack, and again, it's competition with Dan Evans. So it's something that there's players that are pretty flexible in our team. So it's something that it's a good fit to have that ability to get 2 10s on the field if we needed to.
Is it going to be a flick of the coin at 9 and at 10
Yeah.
for that Scarlets game?
Yeah, I think it is. I think I think Brendon was outstanding today. I think with the way he's probing, he's really aggressive in around some of his D as well. So look, I think, and that's, you got Arbers now, and it goes back to squad. Arbers and Brendon going toe to toe, and that's with Webby being injured as well. So it's something that's really pleasing for us. And I thought Harry came in today and really probed around the edges, and something that he's desperate to represent the team. You look at Arbers and Brendon, they're our skippers when the big man's away, so it's something that we've got a headache, but again, we've got 3 games over the Christmas period, not just the Scarlets.
And what did you feel about Sam's performance?
Yeah, he's pretty positive. He claims the air really well. He dominates that, and then he's stepping up. He's got time on the ball. He puts people in spaces. He's got a great kicking game. So yeah, it's pretty pleasing where we got a 15 with it being like that.
How did you feel Ollie Cracknell went? He was a contender for man of the match, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a pretty big block of meat, Ollie, in fairness, and it goes back to what we tried to stand for in around his homework, how detailed he is, how he looks after himself physically, how he's continually pushing on. He's desperate. There's not too many weeks where Ollie's played and he's not knocking the coach's door, making sure he wants to go over the game fully every week. He's detailed and he's desperate to wear that shirt, and the competition we've got in the back row with like Kingy, Underhill, Tips, Baker, Bierman, McCusker, there's a bit of depth there, and at the end of the day it's something that everyone wants to play in a big Gibbs.
You feel you're in good shape, Steve, heading into this Christmas block of matches?
Yeah, I think we're in good shape. I think everyone's had a bit of rugby. We know we're going to have to kick it up a few gears, and we won't be able to have like a slow start of 20 minutes against the Scarlets, because you find yourself chasing the scoreboard, or the game could be ultimately gone from you. It's just something we know we have to start better, but we've got to be confident in the way we're doing things at the minute, and we've rested a few boys up. More boys have got rugby. There's real competition for places in our team, so I think our squad's in a good place at the minute.
Did Dan pick up a bump? Dan Biggin?
Yeah, I think he had a bit of a sort of tackle, latish tackle in the back, but he's fine. He's happy in the change room doing it.
Well, what did you make of that then, Brendon? You must have enjoyed it. You know, it's quite a bit of a romp, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's always hard. I guess mentally backing up from beating this opposition last week pretty easily. So I think it was a good challenge for us to show up with a bit of an edge about us. Obviously, a few boys got rested from last week, so there's an opportunity for a couple of guys like myself to put our best foot forward. So yeah, we definitely enjoyed it, but I think it's I guess how the processes and how we went about the game and how we stuck to our structure as well, and made sure that we don't go too far away from what we do well. It's, I guess in games like that it's easy just to throw the ball around and I guess have some fun that way, but I think we stuck to what we do well, pretty well, and it showed on the scoreboard. Once the game opens up, it creates more opportunities for us, and yeah, definitely had a bit of fun out there. It was good.
You enjoying the competition down there, you know, from Tom and indeed from Reece when he's fit?
Yeah, absolutely. It's I think all three players have I guess a different sort of a way how they go about things, and I think I'm sure from the coaches it's nice to have some variety in it at 9, and definitely enjoying getting some good front football and playing off that. So I guess until Webby comes back, it's me and Tom's got to make sure we do the role well, whoever's in the 9, and also the reserve coming on, making sure they do, I guess, a good job off the bench. And when Webby comes back, we obviously all three work together pretty well, and we try and push each other pretty well. So again, it's all about the depth in the squad, and I think from a coaching point of view, and obviously from my point of view, it's good just to keep that challenge going.
Steve, last question really. How are you finding the competition? You know, you sort of 20 points. It's must be to your taste, is it?
Yeah, look, it is what it is. We've got games to play. We want to put our best foot forward, and as Brendon's saying, our system structures is just testing ourselves, and it's giving us an ability to rotate the squad, not just for the sake of rotating the squad. I think people deserve opportunity. We've got the ability to rest people, and like you say, some young guys get an opportunity to play, which is exciting for us. And I know we've gone to France twice and won. You can say they've rested people, but ultimately there's probably about 16, 17 guys unavailable to us this weekend as well. But we still managed to put a performance in, and like Brendon is saying, in around our system structures, it wasn't just about some individuals going out there scoring 4 or 5 tries. It was about a team, and it was great to see like Hano getting back on the score sheet and back wearing a black shirt. So it's something that we're pretty pleased, and whatever competition in, whether it's the Anglo-Welsh Challenge Cup, Champions Cup, whatever competition we're entering to perform and hopefully win games.
What did you think of Wayne Pivac's comments that playing in the Champions Cup gives them a bit of an edge?
Yeah, if he feels it's an edge, it's an edge. But it's something we'll be preparing for our own edge when it comes to Liberty. On the 27th, we ain't too bothered what Wayne's saying or how he's feeling. It's something that we can't control who we play in before the big derby comes up. But we got some big players, and we got a squad that's playing well, and people hopefully will rise to that challenge when the Scarlets come to town on the 27th.